Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. UK time. It means the Liverpool gather around, you get me, the Liverpool stream, the Liverpool show, where we meet up to talk about our football club. You get me? The club top of both Premier League and the Champions League. Talk to me nicely. You get me? So this is why we're here. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so, whether you're watching this right now or on the replay. Hit the like button. Subscribe on your way in. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels. It's in the description. We have edited the mistake of spelling. You get me? So don't worry about that, Tyler. You fraud. But we edited the spelling mistake. Joining me first and foremost is someone who's making his debut on this show. And it's going to be my partner today to deal with the other two guys' BS. You get me? So it's going to be on the top row right next to me. I made the invite last week. I'm like, listen, you have to come up here because I'm sick and tired of beating them 1v2. So sometimes you get me some backup, someone who actually chooses his tag team partner properly, unlike the other guy from the same channel. So joining us on the channel, making his debut on Don Husam, is man like Matt. How are you doing, Matt?
Yes, bro. What's going on, my bro? How are you, man?
I'm good.
Listen, thank you for having me on the channel, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we move and yeah, let's do some cooking today. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some cooking, bro.
Yes, make sure you guys go subscribe to Matt's channel. It's in the description as well. So hey, go subscribe. Let's get him to I think he just hit 950. Let's get him to 1K subscribers. Go get him to 1K subscribers. 50 subs away. Joining us next on the channel, you got me another member of Kopish who made mistakes, unfortunately, 3 weeks ago by teaming up with the other guy. But regardless, I love him. This guy has always showed up from week one. You get me? Despite the fact that we doubt him. Kind of like Mo Salah, to be honest with you. It's like Mo Salah of this group right here. Like, he doubt the king and he's here. He once again, delivers. Look at Tom smiling, thinking when I intro him. Joining us is man like Callum. How you doing, Callum?
Tom gets such a bad rap on there. He's unreal.
It's true, though. He deserves it. Hi, Callum. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. Always a pleasure being here. I know you doubt me, but I always show up. Even though today was a little doubt as well, but I'm here.
Small doubt, but yeah, exactly. You're right. Cool. Let's go. And last but not least, some introductions. I don't even need to say anything. I just need to show you. Hi, Tom. How are you doing, brother?
Every time you play that video, and every time I argue against some of them crimes that I put towards me on that screen.
That's the first time I've seen it. Oh, man.
There is a list of crimes, bro. This guy's a crook. How are you doing, Tom? You good?
I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah. I mean, gutted that the international break's happened now because it's come at the worst time, in my opinion. But we move. Plus, I'm also a little bit hurt that a Premier League referee hates me because he hates Scousers. So what can you do?
But that shouldn't affect you. You support England.
Fuck off.
You're a Jedi. Everyone knows this.
The bag is the bag.
Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And listen, we have to start with that. I know we're top of the league and all that good stuff. I promise you guys in the chat, we're going to go there. We're going to talk about Premier League, Champions League, all that good stuff. Let's just get these likes up. 100 likes ASAP. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels as well. The Matt One Show, Kopish, and Tom Little, all in the description. And we have to start with this guy right here. David Coote, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest controversy, Tom, I'm going to start with you before we open the floor up. Talk to me, brother. What are you saying about this David Coote thing?
He's a prick. This is the plain and simple fact of it. He's a prick. We always knew he was a bit of a knobhead.
Yeah.
whenever you'd see him officiating our games, you go, "Ah, for fuck's sake." But that was always to the extent of it. It'd be like, "Oh, he's just a bit of a shit ref. He's this, he's that." Now I've seen him looking on Colombia's finest, sitting on a couch in Nottingham, talking about how Jurgen Klopp's a German cunt, Liverpool is shit, Liverpool are that, Scousers are this, Scousers are that. But at least he likes Milner, though, people. At least he likes James Milner. At least he gets on with Milner. So it's okay. It's okay. There wasn't all that bias. We should have just played Milner every game we had. We would have got all the decisions then. Okay, now. It's the most embarrassing thing that could have happened to the PGMOL. Because whether or not we all know it, but whether or not we want to admit it, referees have a form of bias. They're not, they're humans. They're not unbiased. But they've got to at least give the illusion that they're unbiased. That illusion with David Coote anyway is now being completely shattered. And it now opens up the PGMOL to getting it from any and all fan bases. Arsenal fans will say it about certain referees. Chelsea fans will say it about certain referees. United fans will say it about certain referees. Everyone will start running their own ones now. And it's brought the PGMOL into disrepute. All because Jurgen Klopp had a go at him.
Rightfully so, by the way. Rightfully so.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
They deserve all this shit, to be honest with you.
100%. But he's not going to get a job again, which means I don't have to see him not give Garrett 100% fouls when Salah's running through 1v1 on goal. So,
the fact that he thought there was no foul in the build-up, like, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you.
You know, every cloud and all that. So, I can't wait to see what happens to him. I think it's hilarious. And as much as I said I hate international breaks, if every international break's like this one where referees are getting exposed, I'm all for it. Give me another one next month, please.
I can't lie to you. I actually like the fact that there's international break now. I'm not even going to lie. This is the one time where, like, everyone's coming back. Think about it. Elliot's coming back. Alison's coming back. Jota's coming back.
I get that side of it. But
Trent has a hamstring injury, so thank God you get, like we.
No. But I look at it in the sense of Arsenal, their heads are so far gone at the minute. City, their heads are gone at the minute. They now get 2 weeks off to regroup and reset. Whereas if they had to play...
They play Real Madrid next.
No, they don't.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Oh. But
that's what they always do when they go to the Etihad. It's the reality, bro.
No, but that's the point. If they had to play Tottenham a week after losing to Brighton, whilst having a Champions League game in between, it's just a spiral that would go on. I look at it in that way. To the momentum of it, we've got all the momentum in the world. We've beaten Leverkusen, we've beaten Villa, we've beaten Brighton twice. Got a draw against Arsenal, win against Chelsea. We're flying in all comps. Those two are struggling. Those two are getting dragged into comparisons they don't want to be in. So I just feel like it's a real sort of momentum blocker. Yes, it's right that our players are coming back, but they're all them not getting players back as well. So that's the part of it where I'm a little bit gutted about it.
I hear you. So, Cal, what are you saying? David,
what about Coote?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything Tom said, if I'm going to be honest. But I'm intrigued to see what happens next with regards to punishment, regards to restrictions that's going to be put on him. I don't think he'll get sacked, but he won't referee a Liverpool game ever again, that's for certain. Premier League, I'm 50-50 on every referees again. I don't think it will happen immediately, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened a couple of years down the line, potentially. But either way, it just shows how corrupt the PGMOL are and have been over the last few years. I don't know if you guys knew, but he'd been taken off Liverpool games for around 3 years. That wasn't too long after the video actually was originally.
Swear down.
Yeah. So they knew about this. They knew about this. It's just it just didn't come out.
They kept it under the thing, basically.
So it's even worse. They knew about it. The video.
Yeah, he refed us against Burnley in lockdown, and then he didn't referee. He was like fourth official or stuff for other games. He didn't actually referee a game for us till last season, Brighton at home.
But he was on VAR for the 7-0 Man United game, innit? I think.
I know he was on VAR for the Everton game. I know he was on VAR for the Arsenal game. He was on VAR. Yeah, the Pickford game. And people, I know we focus on the Pickford part of it. The Mane offside part of that, let's not forget that as well.
Yeah.
Fucking horrendous offside decision. That
Yeah,
one.
that's true. That's
So
true.
I've got the list here. So September 9th, 2019, he was on VAR for Sheffield United versus Liverpool. We won that game 1-1. Sorry, 1-0. Then 20th of October, the 1-1 game with Man United where Origi got taken out and we didn't get a free kick. And they
cost us the greatest run of form Premier League side could have ever had, the 35 wins in a row.
July 11th, 2020, 1-1 versus Burnley when Robbo infamously said, "What the F are you doing? And where's the point of having you here?" 17th of October, the 2-2 versus Everton. And then 2020, then his next game that he was on VAR for Liverpool in any capacity involved with Liverpool was March 5th, 2023, the 7-0 versus Man United. So that, for me, is probably the game that really set him off. That was the tipping point for him. Obviously, him being a Man United fan, watching his team get smacked up, that's when his villain arc just changed, because I'll read you the results after that. April 30th, 2023, he's on VAR for the Tottenham-Liverpool game, where we won 4-3, last-minute winner from Jota. But you remember in that game, Diaz got taken out very early by Oliver Skip and should have actually got a red card because it was very similar.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that one.
Didn't get sent off, but also in that game, Jota should have been sent off for a high boot on Skip. But it wouldn't have happened.
Skip on the pitch.
It would have been.
Then September 24, 2023, he was on VAR for Liverpool versus West Ham 3-1. I can't remember anything controversial in that game. October 21st, 2023, Liverpool 2, Everton 0 was on VAR. Can't remember if anything controversial in that game. VAR for Arsenal versus Liverpool 1-1, where Odegaard decided to turn into Allen Iverson. February 4th, when Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1. You remember Ibu got sent off in that game, which I don't think he should have been sent off. Then February 17th, 2024, Brentford won, Liverpool 4, nothing controversial in that game. And then March 31st, 2024, Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. I can't remember anything in that.
The thing is, nothing controversial happened in that game, but he had a really shit performance.
Oh, he's had crap performances in all of these games.
Yeah. Was he not involved in the Liverpool Man City where Doku with the high boot on McAllister?
No,
was he involved in that one? Was he?
I thought he was, but apparently it's not on the list I've got here.
Okay.
The thing is that there's two.
I swear he was the VAR official that day.
No, that's what I thought. Was he not? You sure he was in VAR?
I'll have a look.
I'm pretty sure it was. I don't think it was him.
By the way, him and Tierney are meant to be best friends as well. So
yeah,
him and who? Sorry, him and who?
Him and
Paul Tierney.
Oh, are we surprised?
The fucking Chuckle brothers.
It tends to be shocked.
Two melts.
All right, let me see if I can find who was officiating that day.
Someone in the chat's put no, he was the fourth official for the doc. Yeah, it might have been.
Stuart Atwell was the VAR referee that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was there.
You know, he's just there in some capacity, bro.
Basically, it stinks. And the fact that the PGML covered this over for so many years says a lot about them. And something needs to happen.
Yeah. Do you know what? I agree with what you guys have all said. What I'm surprised about is I can't believe this video was done. I think this video was taken during lockdown. So this is so the person who took the video, they were waiting forever how long to release it. We don't know why at this exact point, but it's been there. And I wasn't even aware that he was taking off Liverpool games prior to that anyway, even before. Listen, what he said is it's inexcusable, right? What makes it even worse is that he says German, see you next Tuesday. We know what that is, right? The fact that he puts German there and then says that, and not only that, he says Liverpool by name. So it's not like there's some type of mix-up where we're trying to guess what he's saying and who he's talking about. He literally name drops Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. The PGMOL, in my opinion, only have one thing to do, and that's just relieve him of all duties, and he doesn't come back. The problem is, though, because we were talking about yesterday on Coppish, and at first I was like, I don't really trust them. Like, And not only that, I don't believe in them. They've made too many wrong decisions in the past. Are they really gonna get rid of him? But then I said to myself, do you know what though? If a referee's decision making is being put into question, or sorry, his integrity is being put into question, then you can't ref. The moment your integrity is being put into question, you can't do the job. Because even if you get demoted, say he gets demoted, say to the championship, yeah, you think other clubs aren't going to look at him and go, yeah, but that's the referee that was caught up in the scandal. Why do we want him in our league? I don't even know whether they'd even have a choice. I don't know how it works in terms of if he gets demoted, whether the championship teams can say something or not. I don't know. But surely he has to lose his job, man. And it's a thing where we kind of knew what he was about, but this kind of confirms everything. And there's just so much things that we could probably go back and look on all the decisions that he's probably made. And I know we can kind of probably look for things like in a microscope sort of thing and try and make something out of nothing. But at the same time, what he said is too damning for me. And for me, it just means that you can't be a ref because your integrity is in question. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I agree with everything that you guys are saying. You get me? So I don't think that's the real Dan Potts. If that's the real Dan Potts, message me because I'm gonna air fry you right now. But when it comes to the David Coote thing, I think the only correct decision right now is just sack him. There is nothing to wait on. It's just BS, to be honest with you. The integrity of the sport is now in question. I mean, if you actively hate a football club, actively hate the people that support the football club, you're not gonna make actual real decisions again, like for the football club or etc. And listen, even in the Aston Villa game, we won 2-0, so no one cared. And Nunes scored. Shock here. The only time he scored was when a Villa player could have been sent off. But Nunes scored, you get me? So life just moved on, you know. But even in that game, the fact he didn't think the Villa player should have been sent off is just an absolute disgrace. And I think this highlights the fact
you
that...
know the David Coote stat as well? Sorry.
Yeah.
I've just found another one. Liverpool's win percentage would go down 15% whenever David Coote referee does in any capacity. However, Man City are the only team to boast a 100% win record whenever he officiated in any capacity.
Damn. That's
Every
crazy.
single game,
100%.
he officiated in any capacity for Manchester City. Manchester City won.
He actually asked to referee the Liverpool City game. You guys know this?
Yeah.
No.
There's a rumor that he actually wanted to officiate the Liverpool City game at Anfield. He asked the PGMOL to officiate that game.
What are we doing here?
Honestly, I wish I could just take some of these Premier League referees and just put them like in a UFC ring and just beat the shit out. I'm just so sick and tired of these frauds, incompetent losers. The one thing we can all agree on, regardless who you support, is the fact that these actually, except if you support Man City, because you haven't had any major decision to go against you. You get me? The other 19 clubs, unfortunately, have suffered from referee decisions. Right. When it comes to these incompetent bastards, number one, we need to have interviews with these referees after the game. The same way Slot has to answer for certain things, and Maresca has to answer for certain things, and Pep and blah, blah, blah. Now you have to bring the referee, ask him, why wasn't this guy sent off? Why wasn't that guy sent off? Why was this offside? Why wasn't that offside? Blah, blah, blah. And I feel like there must be a punishment and reward system. The shittest team in the league this season is going to get relegated, and the best team in the league is going to win the league. It's always there's a reward and there is punishment. That's just how life goes. So if a referee is consistently making bad decisions and shit decisions, instead of PGMOL backing them and coming out saying, "Oh, it's human error" and all this, how about you bring up the best referee in the championship to the Premier League and demote the referees in the Premier League to the championship who aren't like doing what they're supposed to do? Simple as.
They do that, Husam. They do that. If you
but they don't do that enough.
No, what you don't understand, Husam, is they don't say it down in the championship.
Yes, exactly, because they have to back the guy publicly. Is what I'm saying. And even like certain, it's so obvious the inconsistencies in this league. Like I feel like everyone's just spoken about it 500 million times now. Like everyone just. See, like 1 week it's by the letter of the law, this. The other week it's by the letter of the law, but in the benefit of the game continuing, we're not going to do this. By the letter of the law, Haaland taking a football and throwing it at Gabriel's back is a yellow card. By the letter of the law, Doku kicking the ball away against Arsenal is a yellow card. Like we could go on and on and on by the letter of the law, you know? Yeah. So I was one of the people, when Rice kicked the ball away against Brighton, I said, listen, by the letter of the law, it's a yellow. Second yellow should have been sent off, no problem. But then after that, what proceeded to happen after game week 3 has nothing to do by the letter of the law, you know? So, and it just shows with decisions against us. I mean, I know this brings back painful memories, but I just want to remind the people, we lost the league title off a point because of this. And the bunch of City frauds who were all Arsenal fans before supporting City decided to nickname this the hand of fraud instead of actually saying they got away with one. Let's not forget, you think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. Sweet chin music. You get me? Sweet chin music. Jeremy Doku. Unbelievable. WWE champion right in front of Michael Oliver's face, and it's not given, and then VAR doesn't give it as well. By the way, Liverpool were top of the league at the time. And had we beaten Man City, maybe we carry on that momentum and end up winning the league. You never know. So like, there's a lot of decisions that just go against us. And
yeah, it wasn't David Coote that day. It was Stuart Atwell.
Yeah, Stuart Atwell. But regardless, they're all
another shit one, by the way. I don't actually think there's any good referees, to be fair.
And you want to know the funny part is, I have friends who watch La Liga. They don't actively know all the referee names. I think the only guy that remember his name is Lahoz because he's the shittest one. Like everyone knows Lahoz. But like when I speak to my friends who watch La Liga, they're not out here doing referee discussions because just like there is no one they really.
Lad, I said it like 2 weeks ago. I could probably name you more referees than I could name you players from the Southampton squad.
I can name you more referees than I from the Ipswich squad. I only know
that's the problem. I shouldn't know any of these referees' names. They should be faceless fuckers. But I know them because they are fucking front and center of controversy every single week.
I feel like they're attention seekers, to be honest with you. They always want to be like the main character.
They got main character syndrome, innit? That's what they have.
Yeah. That's why I only made them the appetizer on the stream. Because
Can I ask you guys a serious question? Can you name us a good referee from England in the Premier League? Or do we just not know their name because they're not front and
center? Okay, I'll tell you something. Can I give you an honest response? I thought Michael Oliver was a good referee. I'll be honest with you. No, hear me out. Like 2 years ago, I thought he was actually the best ref like in the Premier League.
I agree.
But the bullshit he's been doing over the last 2 years, even him, I'm like, nah, this guy's just ass. 2 years ago, though, if you told me Michael Oliver is like refing a game, I'd be like, at least I know we're not gonna get like shafted or something. But the rest of them, I don't think any of them are good. Anthony Taylor gives out yellow cards like there's no tomorrow. David Coote is a see you next Tuesday. There's like, I don't like any of them, to be honest with you. Stuart Atwell, Paul Tierney, Simon Hooper, the bald bastard. Can't wait one day if I ever see him. I want to slap his bald head, that fraud. Well done, lads. Good process away at Spurs. Huh? Well done, lads. Good process. That fraud. I don't like any of them. I really don't like any of them. So, yeah. Let me just do a couple of these super chats before we talk about the main character. Liverpool Football Club. My club. My midfielder, Curtis Jones. Big up to Voice of Reason who says the xenophobic comment makes his position untenable. Yes. When Matt mentioned it, it is true because when you give that word a nationality, it makes it 100 times worse. Like
it amplifies
you can't say that, like, you know, so you can't say that. I'm with you, Voice of Reason. Zir talks, before we carry on, guys, it's his birthday. Everyone wish him a happy birthday in the chat. Every single one of you guys in the chat wish him a happy birthday. This guy turns 35 today. Happy birthday, Zir. Says, big up 6 Champions League brothers. He's a Bayern fan. And happy birthday to you, Zir. Al-Umr kullu ya habib, inshallah. And thank you for the super chat. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Big up everyone locked in. We got 600 people in the building. Let us get the likes up, you bunch of frauds. This is why Darwin Núñez is our striker. Because there's 600 people here. We're not even at 200 likes yet. You haven't even matched Darwin Núñez conversion rate. So hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys as well. Remember to go subscribe to Matt's channel, subscribe to Kopish, subscribe to Tom Little as well. One day he might drop a video. So Liverpool Football Club. And now we want to go into the discussion phase. You get me? Liverpool are top of both leagues, guys. Liverpool top of everything. You get me? As it says in the title. I'm going to start with Matt on this one, but then after that, we open the floor up. Talk to me about Liverpool this season so far.
Boy, where do I start? So, start of the season, everyone said we're done because Jurgen Klopp means if he leaves, we are absolutely fried. We're going to struggle for top 4. Now, if you actually watch Liverpool, which are Liverpool fans, even someone who isn't the most positive will probably have told you, I think we'll like be in the top 4. We won't win the league, but we'll be in the top 4. what's happened is, and this is me being so honest, even I didn't expect us to be where we are now. That's me being so real. Because as great as I believe Slot would be, I didn't realize he would translate all of this so soon. And the thing is like, it's taken everyone by surprise. It's taken the players, I think, by surprise. There's certain players in our squad that have gone up another level. And lo and behold, this person on my screen right there, yeah? Ryan Gravenberch. Oh my days.
He hasn't gone up another level. He's gone up 10 levels.
Yes, not for real. He's now, for me, he's now considered, if we're being honest, and again, I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to say this season, him and Caicedo are the two best midfielders. I would say Ryan Gravenberch is still ahead of Caicedo because, in my opinion, Caicedo at the beginning of the season wasn't who he is now, whereas Gravenberch from literally game week 1 hasn't dropped off and has been ever consistent. But here's the thing, though. Rival fans are trying to get us to do this whole, it's yours to lose now. Like this is your. It's like, listen,
Liverpool must and all that. Liverpool must.
Yeah, listen, Liverpool must.
We're in game week 11.
Chat, you know what to spam.
But apparently it's ours to lose. Hold up, wait a second. Pump the brakes. Yeah, there's a lot of football to be played. It's not our fault that your teams are scrubs right now and they're losing more than they should be winning. We just happen to be the team that's only lost once this season. We're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm surprised that everyone else isn't doing what they're supposed to do. So they're trying to apply the pressure on us. Listen, I've got no problem saying this, yeah? Slot is in phase 99, already, and is now apparently, it looks like we are challenging for a title. Something I just didn't expect, if I'm being honest, bro. I didn't expect it at all. But let this continue. Of course, there's going to be bumps along the way. Hence, Nottingham Forest was one of those bumps that kind of reminded us that we're
and
still
it lived rent-free in Slot's head, which I love.
Yeah. Slot will never let that one go at all. By the way,
never.
At the end of the season, Slot, how do you feel after winning the quadruple? We fucking lost to Nottingham.
Yeah, that's what he's going to keep bringing up.
This is the thing. Does the club have like adequate resources in place in case we were to win like the double, but we only lost to Nottingham Forest? Like he wouldn't celebrate. He wouldn't go on the bus.
No.
Yeah, like, we lost the Forest, bro. We lost the Forest. You know, Matt, just quickly, listen, you guys both work on Kopish, which I think is pound for pound the best Liverpool channel on YouTube. And I've said this publicly and privately.
Thank you, bro.
Tom, you're on Spaces and you do a whole lot of work. Guys, we have to spread propaganda. And everyone in the chat already knows. I have been spreading this propaganda. Liverpool Football Club, ladies and gentlemen, are the leopard in the tree. We're not involved. You know who's favorites to win the league? Man City and Arsenal. We're not favorites. Let the tiger and the lion fight. I'm not involved. Don't try to tell me Liverpool you must in Slot's first season after we signed Federico Chiesa with no knees and Mamardashvili for fucking 5 years from now. Have some shame. You're the same rival fans that told me Liverpool are finished. Even negative Husam that was Slot out said we're gonna challenge but finish third. But you told me I'm finished. I heard Chelsea fans say they're going to finish above us. I heard Man United fans say they're going to finish above us. And the audacity, I heard Spurs fans say they're going to finish above us. And now you're telling me we must win the league? Anytime I will go on any show and they ask me who's favorites, it's not us. Yesterday, they were like, so what if City and Arsenal lose the next 3 games? Who's favorites? I went like Nottingham Forest. It's just not us. I'm not going to say we're favorites. We have to spread this propaganda because I'm sick and tired of these guys. I'm not going to apply pressure on Arne Slot in his first season to go and win the league. I'm not going to apply pressure on my own football club. I'm not going to apply pressure on anyone. We're the leopard in the tree. You guys fight with each other, and we're just, you know how every time you watch National Geographic, the leopard is just doing this, like on a tree, just hanging out, just looking from above, you know, trying to find the next victim. Everyone else is just fighting. The hyenas and the lions. Hyenas suits Arsenal more because they're always bitching, and like that's what hyena does. The hyenas. You get me? Man City is like the lion, and we're just sat there like this, you know, just letting them all fight with each other. We must fly under the radar. The only way Liverpool Football Club win the league if by January time we're fucking 20 points above both clubs and they decide to wake up but they realize it's too fucking late because it's 20 points. Like, that's the only way we can win the league for me. So that's why I'm spreading this leopard in the tree propaganda like no other. Because no rival is going to press me into saying Liverpool are favorites when you're the same person that told me we're done. Have some shame. Have some shame and keep the same energy. You told me Chelsea are going to finish above us. Now you're telling me Liverpool you must. You fraud. Yeah, exactly. Husam, where is your chest? Where is your chest, Husam? Yeah, you're the same person who told me Liverpool are finished, right? So there is no chest. I'm the leopard. I'm the leopard in the tree. I'm just enjoying. You guys fight each other. I'm not involved. I'm not involved. Who's the favorite for the league title? Nottingham Forest, not me. There's 100 clubs. I'll say Ipswich are more favorite than us. It's okay. That's the game I'm playing this season. So, yeah. Hope I've explained.
Can I ask a question? And I know that you're trying to do a whole leopard on the tree thing, so you're probably not going to answer it. When did you, at what point this season, at any point, at what point did you realise that Liverpool are actually a step ahead of where most people put us? Because I can't, like, for me, it was, it's a weird one. It was what Slot said after the last pre-season game where we beat United 3-0, where he said, yeah, the result was good, but we were shit. And there's a lot to improve on. I went, oh, we serious?
Yeah.
He's a madman.
He is serious about this.
He's a madman.
I left that game
calculated
going, fucking
killer.
hell, we're good us. And he comes out afterwards going, yeah, I was disappointed in a lot of things there.
For me, it was Crystal Palace. Because at Crystal Palace, like, remember me and you were on the terrace after we lost to Nottingham Forest. And we were asked the question. Yes, you were. We were asked the question. Okay, fair enough. But we were asked the question, like, is this a blip or not? And like 8 games later, we won every single game. So when I realized Forest was only a blip and it was not a repeat scenario, I was like, we're actually a good side here. That's honestly when I thought. And there's another moment as well for me personally. I thought Arsenal were better than us headed into the season, which is fine. They finished above us 2 years in a row.
I did as well.
When I was disappointed, when I was disappointed getting a draw away at the Emirates, that's when I realized, we're actually a good fucking team, you know? So, yeah. But I stick by the stuff that I said in the summer. We need to sign players in January. We need to. Like, it's as simple as that. We ain't going to have Gravenberg. The guy on Matt's picture is playing, like, Carabao Cup semi-finals and shit. I'm not trying to see all that. I'm going to be so honest with you. Listen, we need rotation. We need options. We need options off the bench. We need options who can make a difference. And this is massive. Like, you need people who can come on and create a difference for you. And whether it's Zubimendi, Chouameni, Stiller, whoever, like, I don't care, because you need bodies.
Facts.
One thing we learned from the quadruple charge season is, and there are players that even a lot of us maybe don't really rate highly, but Oxlade-Chamberlain played a role, Naby Keita played a role, James Milner played a role. Sometimes you need players to go in there and play roles for you, bro. Like, I watch NBA, right? NBA is my second sport. I don't really support anyone because it's not tribal enough.
Yes.
But Tom might know this. In the final where the Warriors won against the Celtics, yes, Steph turned up and he was unbelievable and he was finals MVP and blah, blah, blah. I feel like this is like Mo Salah's like Steph season. I hope so. But even then, you had the likes of Otto Porter stepping up, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Like, I can mention
was that Wiggins? Was that the one with Wiggins as well?
Yeah, Wiggins, Jordan Poole. Like,
they stepped up massively,
bro. Like, my problem with the Forest game, everyone's like, Mo Salah was crap and he was shit. Yes, he was. But where are the others?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's just to show you where we are as well, though, because as great as we are, or as good as we are, shall I say, yeah, we still rely heavily on Salah. You know, Salah's still like the MVP of our team. Like, he's still that guy. So even though other players have stepped up, like Diaz has stepped up massively. If you think about Diaz since he's been at Liverpool, one thing I've always said about Diaz is his consistency and his production. It just wasn't there for me. But now it seems like Slot has been able to unlock that side of his game. Even Gakpo stepped up. My only worry is, like, say, for example, Salah's not there. Can we rely on someone like Darwin Núñez? In my opinion, I don't think we can yet. Can we rely on Jota? Yes and no. Jota we can, but it's whether Jota's going to be available. That's a different conversation. So even though I think we've got tools to win the league, like you said, we need those reinforcements, man. Like, we brought in a player and we haven't even seen him, bro. Chiesa. Like, we haven't, bro. We've seen Chiesa play.
That 20 minutes against Bournemouth where he hit the post.
It was and the 5 minutes at the San Siro. Remember when he came on at the San Siro?
He played against West Ham
in the cup as well.
Did he play I don't even remember, bro.
Yeah, he got the assist for the first goal.
He got the assist for the first goal.
It was actually good.
Do you know what? It feels so long ago. But you're right, though. Now that you're saying it, bro. Like, but again, I think here's another thing. We were right in a lot of our predictions saying we're not favorites because we can see we still have holes in our team. And not only that, we need a bit more strength in depth. Like you said, Husam, yeah? if Gravenberch, let me just touch wood here. If Gravenberch gets injured, we are cooked. Like we're at there because there's not another profile in our squad that can continue that role over. Like we are even if, and I know McAllister hasn't been playing well, but I'm just saying, even if like McAllister's out for a long time, I know Curtis Jones has stepped up, so maybe we could get away a little bit better with that. But there's just certain players like even a Virgil, even a Salah, we can't miss any big player for a long amount of time, and because I think this squad will get stretched.
Any team's going to struggle if they lose the big players. You've seen that with City this season with Rodri and stuff. I do agree though. The midfield, there's not a big player in the midfield, but it's just a little bit thin. Like there's four. I like Endo. So I like Endo because I think he's a good guy for the last 5 minutes of the game. So you got 5 players there who can get minutes type thing, but. Jones, we know he's picked up injuries in the past. Szoboszlai, wildly inconsistent.
Oh, gosh.
McAllister, been struggling. I think he's been injured for the past month. I don't think he got over that Crystal Palace thing, and he's just had to play.
Has he been called up to Argentina?
Yeah, obviously.
Scaloni, you have made an enemy forever. I'm telling you right now.
And Gravenberch just seemingly has to play every minute of every game. I do agree that the midfield's a bit thin. I worry though. I didn't think Zubimendi was going to happen this January, but I thought that there was a world where Tchouaméni could have, and then Eder Militao done his ACL. So now he's not going to happen. So now I look at the market and go, what type of midfielder is there? Because I don't think Zubimendi's going to leave Sociedad in January. I think he will go in the summer.
Can I give the same answer I gave in the summer? Atalanta.
No, you want Ederson. I don't think Ederson's
so good.
profile.
Stop denying it. Don't be in denial.
No, but the guy you need.
And sometimes you need an option.
No,
what
but
about semi-final away at Spurs? Play Ederson instead of Gravenberch.
The guy you need is a guy like Gravenberch. That's why I'm kind of on board with Callum shout Stiller because he does a lot of the same things in terms of from deep.
German Stiller, left-footed.
Yeah. He's very good receiving it on the turn.
Do you think he's at that level,
I doubt
guys?
Callum's talent idea though. Like,
wow.
Go ahead, Callum.
Wow, Matt. Matt as well. Wow. Okay.
Go ahead, Cal. Go ahead.
No, but all jokes aside, Cal.
He did say if it's until the day I die.
No,
So.
Matt.
Him I'm about to say, Cal.
Let's go, Matt. Let's go.
Cal's not turning up next week. You said at the start of the show, he's never missed a show. He's not going to turn up next week. Now you said that.
Listen. You see Stiller, yeah? In your opinion, is he ahead of some of the players that, like, all right, I'll give an example. Is he ahead of, like, Edison, would you say? You think so?
For the role I think he needs to do. For the role I think he needs to do, yes.
Because I haven't seen much of him, so I'm just asking.
No, I think Ederson is the guy you'd play alongside Gravenberch, not in place of Gravenberch. I think he's the guy.
I think you're going way too tactical into this. At the end of the day, if Gravenberch needs to skip a game and you're playing Ederson and McAllister, you're not shitting yourself if you see that double pivot. You're good with it.
Yeah.
But for what you just said there, Don, that's why I'd be hesitant to get Zubimendi, because if Gravenberch is out of the team and Zubimendi and McAllister's a double pivot, I'd fear for our midfield against a physical, strong team. Whereas if Gravenberch is there, I don't. Hence why, even though I think that Zubimendi is better for slot ball in its entirety, I think Tchouaméni suits slot ball in the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Zubimendi technically suits slot ball everywhere else in the world. But in the Prem, I think it's Tchouaméni. But the reason why I go with someone like Angelo Stiller is because I think he, no pun intended, but he has that steel about him. But he's very graceful on the ball as well. And I think he'd actually complement Gravenberch or someone else very well as well.
Yeah. No, fair play, because I don't know much about
it. Midfielders that I think are the guys that you need to look at, and it's
that was the best no pun intended of all time. Just so blew me up. I said he has the steel, no pun intended. Stiller.
The four midfielders that I think Liverpool need to be considering for any role this summer are Zubimendi, Tchouaméni, obviously, Stiller, and Baliba from Brighton. So I think he's really kicked on this season.
Oh yeah, Baliba, 150 million they're gonna ask for.
That's the problem, though, isn't it? It's the money aspect.
Yeah, but when you want good midfielders, you got to pay money, especially when people know that you need them.
I hear it, but we know who our owners are. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I know exactly what I would do, and it's try and it's gonna
Get
sound
Mason
stupid.
Mount like you wanted.
No.
What then?
No.
Hold on, you wanted Mason Mount, Tom?
Oh yeah. He wanted
Yes.
Elliot and Carvalho to be our eights in the Jurgen Klopp system as well. And he said Kwanzaa's better than Konate this preseason. Go ahead, Tom.
No, hold on. Oh, you are misquoting
Also, he
me
was willing
massively.
to pay 70
You are-
million for
You
Jake
are
Decore.
misquoting
Go ahead,
me
Tom.
massively. You are misquoting
Go ahead,
me
Tom.
massively.
Hold on, just quickly. This is the only one that really matters. Did you say Kwanzaa over Konate?
Yes,
no,
he did.
I said
It's in the
Shut up.
crimes list.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you want me to play the clip?
I said Kwanzaa is better on the ball than Konate. So against low-end opposition, I feel like he'll be a better fit. I didn't realise Konate was going to go into his passing bag this year and start pulling out 60-yard long balls. Because last season, you couldn't see Konate doing that. So in
That's not
pre-season,
what
I
only
said...
he said, by the way. He's lying right now.
Hold on.
He
now
said
you're
Kwanzaa's better than Konate in the air as well.
No, I
Not
never.
only a better
No, I
passer,
never.
he said he's a
No,
better
I
tackler
never.
as well.
No, I
Stop it.
never. No, I never. No,
Chat,
I never.
you vouch for me, chat. Put ones in the chat if you remember Tom doing Kwanzaa over Konate.
We have plenty of people in this chat. If someone in this chat can go find where I said Kwanzaa is better in the air than Konate, or Kwanzaa is better in a tackle than Konate, I'll concede.
Did you ever say like at any given point, I think Kwanzaa is just better than Konate?
For the last 3 games of last season, I said Kwanzaa should be starting ahead of Konate.
See? It's not even just Liverpool fans.
The
like,
form
it's,
thing, the form. Here's
remember.
the thing. I'm a massive. People know me as a massive Ibu fan, innit? So like,
yeah.
I'm trying not to be biased, but even I would say towards the end of last season, his form did kind of like go off a little bit. But I always said though, he's still the far superior defender, like far superior, and like putting him in the conversation, I think with Ibu. Like even at that point, I said it's a bit disrespectful. I just think it's a bit premature, and I think people were trying to call him like what did you lot call him, Cal?
I didn't call him that. I didn't call him that. That was Drift. VVQ.
That's it, VVQ, and I was like, we're going too far here.
I did
like let him land. Do you get what I'm saying? But to be fair though to Kwanzaa, I know it does something a bit harsh because obviously he's had a couple of mishaps this season. He's still got a bright future. But I just think
it's true. I'm sorry. It's fucking true.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'm not gonna lie. Kwanzaa needs to stay off his phone. He needs to stay off his phone, bro.
Kwanzaa moving mad.
Because he's moving thirsty, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. All jokes aside, listen, good up and coming defender. But I just think the players you want to kind of compare him to will be like someone like maybe like a Colwell or something like that. Even though I think Colwell is better, but that's the type of level where I think you can kind of maybe compare him to, like, if that makes sense.
I like how Sam tries to air out my crimes like he wasn't the guy who said Hwang Hee-chan would be the guy to win us the league last season.
Yeah, Hwang Hee-chan had a better season than Diaz, so you can hold that.
Also, the guy who wanted to sign Jose Mourinho was our manager for this season.
Yeah, if we could get Xabi Alonso a year later.
And also the guy who wanted us to sign Sergio Ramos on a free.
Yes, on a free for a year. So what?
When did you say this?
You kept this
Last
one
season.
quiet, bro.
Last
2
season.
summers ago, I said no, not
No,
last
no,
season.
it was last. It was last season.
No,
It
not
was
last
last
summer.
Last season, Ramos.
No, the summer before that, before he went to Sevilla. I said if we need a 4th option on a free, just get Ramos, and he can play games whenever we need him. That's not a bad idea. Come on.
That is a terrible idea.
No,
Ramos,
no, because
won't be a
Hassan,
match with West.
I'm trying to remember the year. I'm trying to remember the year.
Husam, you've lied there because you said your dream was to have Sergio Ramos starting against Man City away.
Yeah, and scoring the winner. Why don't you finish the dream, fraud?
The fact that you wanted Sergio Ramos to play.
Ramos corner, 90th minute, win 2-1 at the Etihad.
Dirty laundry, just get thrown about everywhere.
The point is,
Sergio Ramos.
regardless of what I said, you wanted to pay 70 for Cech Decore, and you wanted Mason Mount. And
before Szoboszlai, yeah.
Don't make me go down this road. Shall I play your Klopp out clip?
Everyone should have seen the Klopp out clip.
No, because
like,
Matt.
It's like your slot out clip.
Have you
seen the Klopp out clip?
No. What Klopp out? What?
But, I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
It's okay, Tom.
Jürgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go. I just I think this is what it's come to. I don't think the play.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Listen.
Did you remove your headphones for that, Tom?
Yeah,
Yes,
I do it every time.
So many times.
I do it every time.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Were you really slot out in the beginning, Husam? Though?
Oh yes, there's a clip of it.
Yeah, but I can play the clip. I'm not ashamed of it. But I took
please
the,
do.
I
Please
What,
do.
you slot out already?
He was slot out, yeah. He was slot
I
out
think-
before he even.
Before the season started, you mean?
He was
Or-
slot out before Slot had even signed the fucking contract.
Yeah. I was slot out in March, not before the season started. Now, when it comes to what happened in March, I've explained this 100 times. I'll explain it again. I can play the clip right now of me saying slot out. I'm
Yeah,
not
I want to
ashamed
see
of me
I
making
wanna
a mistake.
see it.
Yeah,
Listen, I had a very emotional reaction. I wanted Xabi Alonso, okay, and then after that, this Jedi convinced me of Amarim, and all of a sudden we're all sat there, and suddenly Arne Slot's the Liverpool manager. I'm like, who the fuck is Arne Slot? And we had to go live directly with this wool. And unfortunately, we just had that emotional reaction where I said slot out. But I literally took it back like 3 days later anyway. So yeah. But the internet never forgets, so it is what it is.
Can
It's what
we
it is.
see
I've backed him
We've all had
consistently. ever
howlers.
since.
I've had plenty of howlers, bro.
Can
I've
we see
had
the clip?
howlers.
Can we see the clip?
What clip? It's like on my YouTube. Just type slot out Don Husam, you'll find it. Yeah, you can watch that in your spare time. We don't have to.
Oh,
wait.
all right. So let's bear this in mind. He's got my one ready to fucking air out as and when he pleases. But his one, you gotta go find. You gotta go on the doldrums of YouTube and find out.
You don't have to go on the doldrums. All you have to do is just YouTube Don Husam slot out, and it's in the title. You'll find it directly. But anyway, regardless, let's talk about us being top of the league and the challenge and all this. Callum, can we? Actually, Callum is a jinx. But I think Callum is
Wow.
yeah. But you said yourself
He's
you're
got
a
a bit of a
jinx.
track record. He's got a bit of a track record. I will say that.
Yeah, I can't-
Wow.
You know you
Hold
got a
on,
bit of a track record, bro.
yeah,
You know you do.
you do.
That Caicedo stream, bro.
Oh,
Man said FSG for life.
FSG into the day I die. That's what he said.
No, but
That's
do you know
tough.
what? Do you know what? That's not even because I can't remember who posted, but there's a comp of you and Monts reacting to that Caicedo stuff. You get away with it because Monts starts barking. Monts starts barking.
You think I get away with it, Tom? It gets brought up every time I see someone.
No, it's bad. It's really bad. But Monts quite literally starts barking
No,
at his camera.
I also
Go
heard
Got
there's a
months,
Mendy
yeah.
one.
Bro, I remember. Here's the thing. Let's all keep
I
it a
did the
buck.
Mendy
Yeah?
one this year as
Yeah.
well.
When we thought
Lavia
we
was
getting
our second
Caicedo-
choice. Oh, woof. It's just fucking, oh my
When
God.
we thought we was getting Caicedo, let's keep it a buck. We practically broke the net when that thing got announced that Liverpool had agreed a fee. And when it got announced we agreed a fee, at that point you're literally thinking it's gonna happen. We've agreed the fee.
Yeah.
The only bit when I got a little bit suspicious is when they spoke to Klopp in the morning. Remember Klopp done a morning press conference, and they said, "Jurgen, what's going on with Caicedo?" And he goes, "As you know, we've agreed a fee with the club, but now we got to speak to the player." I was like, "What do you mean we got to speak to the player? What? This brother, you should be saying." If I'm not mistaken, I think maybe medical should be later. But bro, when I heard we got to speak to the player, I remember I called Drift and was like, bro, you know, because me and Driffy were saying like, we want to believe it, but at the same time, you know how our club is running it. These things can happen. We've seen these kind of things happen before. Lo and behold, oh my gosh, bro. When it all transpired, and then not only that, we lost Lavia as well. Straight away afterwards.
To be fair, those were fucking brilliant 3 days. Because do you remember when the
By the
news
way,
came
Tom
out?
said paying 50 million for Lavia sets a bad precedent.
I did.
Another
Lavia's
howler.
cold, man.
Yeah. Bad precedent.
Do you remember on because we had Chelsea on the Sunday first game of the season,
Yeah,
and then on the Saturday night it comes out John W. Henry's flying over, and everyone's going, "Oh wait, the John Henry's coming over to sort this out now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's stepping up for this one." And just we end up with Endo. By the way, big ups Endo. We sort of forgotten about him because of how good Gravenberch and McAllister have been. I still love Endo. Those last 5 minutes against Villa, He always brings a smile to my face with him and his little mouth guard.
I'll be real.
We need to
I
upgrade
think
on them
what,
quick.
yeah, as a squad player, he's actually done
That's
better
your partner, Callum.
as.
Say again?
No.
It's a squad-
Where have I
he's a
said?
squad player,
Where
but-
have I said
I love
Endo
Endo.
should be starting for Liverpool? I just said I love him. He's
I
like a
love
little
him,
dog.
yeah.
He's like
Love
a little
Endo.
run to the litter. He shouldn't be.
You
he
don't
shouldn't
like
be
you
at the
don't you know
club.
instead of loving the Egyptian king or Van Dijk or Konate or Gravenberg or McAllister, let's love the guy that played 5 minutes at the end of the game. A typical Tom Little. So you'll never change. This is you. You're just edgy. You'll love to be edgy, Tom. You're like everyone loves Mo.
I
Everyone loves
love
Van
the
Dijk.
guy. I love
Tom
the
Little.
guy.
I love Endo.
Yeah, I love the guy you put in a masterclass of a performance in the Carabao Cup final last year against
Do you think?
Caicedo.
Do you think, in all honesty, he should have left in the summer, and we probably should have got in someone else of a higher caliber to replace him? Like, even if it was like a squad player, or I guess to a degree it would have been Zubimendi in it. I reckon if we would have signed Zubimendi, I reckon Endo would have been out the door. 'Cause
Yeah,
remember, there were
100%.
rumors before, innit?
I think Endo only stayed because we didn't get a DM in.
Facts, yeah. No, I agree
Like,
with that. I agree with that.
I think he would have been moved on if we'd have managed to get a Zubimendi, or if there was another DM that ticked all the boxes that the club went for. But he stayed, and he just knows his role, and I kind of like that. He's not gonna throw his toys out the pram. He's not starting, and if I need him to come on for the last 10, 15 minutes to see out a game, I know I can trust him to do that. Him and his little mouth guard and his little crunching tackles. And I will never forget Man City at home last year. The only time I've seen Rodri dominate on a football pitch was by a little Japanese man with a mouth guard.
True.
Absolute hero.
No, that's true though. He had the game of his life. I can't even lie. He did.
And the
Yeah, the
cup
game was
final
nice.
as well. And the cup
Yeah.
final as well. I have to give him
And
ratings.
there's
for
had
it.
some performances. It's just that you can tell in this system how much he does struggle. Don't get me wrong, like you said, Tom, I think-
Endo's brilliant against anyone that's Crystal Palace. That isn't Crystal Palace. Because against Crystal Palace, he's fucking dog shit. But anyone
Yeah,
outside
because the
Crystal
pace and
Palace, he's
power.
pretty good.
Anyone with
Will
PNP will
Hughes cause some of those problems out of anyone I've
yeah,
seen.
for real. It's PNP that he struggles against. And
100%.
yeah, it's the technical aspect of when he gets pressed, he almost has a nosebleed. He knows he has to release that ball quick. That's the only thing with Endo. You know, if you press him, you've got a good chance of not even making the wrong pass. It's just him panicking and delaying and getting caught on the ball. But I know what you're saying, though. We can use him for the 5 minutes, but kind of like what you were saying, Husam, yeah, is that, say, for example, Gravenberg picks up an injury and say Jones is unavailable as well, because dare I say it, Jones, the only thing that's kind of held back Curtis Jones actually has been he's been quite injury prone over the last couple of years for Liverpool. He's had innocuous injuries. Remember, he had the eye injury one time that took him out for a long time. Yeah, so like, I just worry. I just don't want us to be in a situation where we have a pivot of, say, Endo and whoever else it is. I would actually be worried.
Yeah.
I said
agree,
after the
I
window.
agree.
I said after the window, if it came down to it, and I could only and Gravenberch and Jones weren't available, and I had to put someone alongside McAllister, give me Tyler Morton.
I've been saying this, but Slot doesn't seem to fancy him.
Probably. Yeah.
Cannot win a league with kids. You can't.
I thought he was brilliant when he played against Brighton. You could see he was a bit off the pace. He was a little bit off the pace because he hadn't played any minutes beforehand. But he got an assist and he started to really grow into the game. And you can see that he's got what Endo doesn't have, which is an ability to receive the ball on the half turn and then drive out of it and turn a man. Endo turns in phases. He receives ball back to goal. Then he slowly starts to turn whilst trying to keep hold of the ball.
Are you talking about Morton?
This is the Tom
Morton. No. Morton's able to do the thing where the ball comes into him and he takes one touch out and drives with it. Whereas Endo is like, Endo receives the ball, needs to turn that way, receives the ball, it bounces off and he gets back to it. Then he slowly starts to turn, trying not to lose the ball, and then once he finally turns, he's being pressed like a madman and just boots it away. Endo can't turn on the ball. Morton can. And Morton being able to do that is kind of what we need from the DM, more so than what Endo does.
As good as I think Morton is, I still don't even think he's the answer. I know, Cal, you rate him high.
He shouldn't be the answer. He shouldn't be the answer, but he kind of has to be.
But what you're basically saying is he's a better option than Endo, which I think he probably is. But I wouldn't go as far to say Morton is like, yeah, he's basically Morton isn't the next Curtis Jones, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Curtis Jones, in my opinion, has now cemented himself as a first team player where there's now an argument now to say he should
To be
start.
fair, I think Morton, I feel for Morton a little bit because he had some good offers in the summer. So there's clearly a player there, and there's clearly a lot of big teams who see a lot of potential in him.
Yeah,
I just think he deserves a little bit more of an opportunity.
but maybe more. He probably deserves more game time.
It would give us a chance to rest Gravenberch as the absolute like key factor. It gives us a chance to rest Gravenberch, and maybe you'll start to see Tyler Morton grow into it because you got to remember, Bayer Leverkusen wanted him badly in the summer. They were willing to like make guarantees to him that he'd play half the season minimum. Which you know, when you look at their midfield, there's Xhaka, Andrić, Palacios, good players in there to guarantee Tyler Morton he'd play. He'd start at least 50% of the games.
The thing is,
that's a big ask.
Tyler Morton is a tidy player, but I'll give an example. We've got City in about 2-3 weeks' time, yeah. And say it was Tyler Morton in the pivot with McAllister, I will be shook. Even though they haven't got Roger, I'll be shook because if there's one thing that Tyler Morton doesn't have, he doesn't have that kind of like burst of acceleration where you can just like, because you see when Gravenberch, we always talk about how he can pivot and turn very quickly. Gravenberch has that burst of acceleration where you just can't stop him. Whereas Tyler Morton doesn't have that. You can press Tyler Morton and he's present to a degree, but I think you can, if you press him sort of pause in the right areas, pause again, I reckon you can trap Morton, whereas I don't think you can trap Gravenberch. I had to hella pauses there, but you get what I'm trying to say, though, innit?
Yeah,
and I will be concerned if we rolled up against Man City and it was Tyler Morton and McAllister in the pivot. That's why I still think we have an issue.
Maybe I'm just a bit romantic about football. I have no problem with having a youngster turn up in a big game. I remember last season. I remember last season, Husam, in the build-up to the City game last time when we were talking about the defence that we're going to have to put out of Kelleher in goal, Bradley at right back.
Ended up playing as well and we had more possession. So much for Klopp doesn't have tactics and he only used to scream and motivate them pre the games.
But you were before that game going, you were worried about Quansah and Bradley.
And my manager delivered. The left winger didn't, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let me just do a couple of these super chats before we ask about the players injured as well. Big up to Tom, not little, Goldsworth, who says the game is being taken away from fans. It's absolutely wrong. The league and PGMOL are hideous, and the Super League is never off. UEFA and FIFA the same. It's a totally rudderless ship. I agree with you completely, Tom. Listen, the fact that this happened publicly like this is just genuinely just it shows that it's not a blip. There's other instances of this. There's other referees cussing out clubs and cussing out managers. And in the words of Tom, at least create an illusion that you're neutral. At least convince me somehow that you're neutral. But the fact that you said all that, I think he should just be sacked and never referee a game ever again. Like you got caught doing that, and it is what it is. If you win the league, I'll be so jealous and salty. If Arsenal fall further back from you guys, I think I'll need to step away from YouTube for a bit. You don't have to step away from YouTube, Tony. You get me? We're going to keep running the title race videos, inshallah, with Dawood and LB. We're going to keep running them.
You won't want to step away from YouTube. You'll need to see who Arsenal's new manager's going to be.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, because they're in their last phase now, isn't it? They're in, is it phase 5?
There is absolutely no way Mikel Arteta can stay in his job if Arne Slot wins a league title before him. There's no way.
Bro, this is why I respect a lot of the Arsenal fans that are not buying into phases. Listen, we're not stupid. We understand when a manager steps into any football club, he needs a bit of time. But it also gets to a point where if you've title challenged for 2 years and it looks like you might not even be able to even contest this year, what does that say about your manager? Because if you was title challenging for 2 years, that almost suggests to me that you've got arguably
I really thought Arsenal would win it this year. I really did.
So, bro,
I actually fully believed it, to be honest with you.
I put City to win. This is before Rodgers. So imagine before Balls get, I put City to win, Arsenal second, Liverpool third. But I said Arsenal could still win it though. I said it's between City and Arsenal. But I just think the mentality of Man City will get them to the end again. But I was clearly wrong. But right now, you know what I mean?
FSG or Slot
I had
to blame?
Liverpool to win the league, by the way. So if it comes off, I'm a genius.
Lie, but okay. FSG or
No,
Slot to blame?
I have proof of this, Sam. I have
Can
proof
you
of this. I
respect
will
the
find this
person in
proof.
Australia watching us, Tom? Thank you. FSG or Slot to blame if you don't win the league. I've made this clear. I'll make it clear again. If Liverpool win the league title, it's 100% Slot and the players. And if Liverpool lose the league title, it's 100% FSG. And the reason is, if we win the league, we win the league in spite of FSG, not in spending, in spite of us lacking ambition.
Perfect
And
answer.
if we lose the league, it's because we don't have ambition. Simple as. If they see all this that's happening on the pitch and don't back him in January, it's gonna be war. It's gonna be hell.
Facts, bro.
And let me tell
Yeah,
you something right now. I'm gonna
It's
come
going to
back
come down
on
to
Twitter.
what
I'm
you
gonna
say.
wage war. Forget GoFundMe. I will fund the plane myself. Fly it over Anfield, and I'm gonna start. See this fucking John W. Henry, you mother. I hate this guy so much, honestly. The one day, whenever he fucks off, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna smoke a cigar on his grave. Endo is better than Adrian. He had space for time. Endo is better than Adrian. That's not
Yeah.
a controversial opinion. Like
Yeah.
that's
I could go through
but that's
players who are
true.
better than Adrian.
that's true. I hate
that's
Adrian.
very true.
Actually,
Adrian, oh man.
I'll never forgive him because we would have won the double. 1920, we 100% would have won the double. No one can forgive me.
Atletico Madrid.
Fire and hype. Come on now.
Why are we stopping at the double? We would have won the treble. Fucking FA
That
Cup.
Atletico Madrid performance.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
don't
the FA
forget
Cup
the
where
FA Cup with
fucking
Chelsea.
Willian shoots from 40 yards, he just throws it into the bottom corner.
Oh, Tom's right. Forget about that game.
Hold on,
Yeah,
which one is
yeah,
this,
I
Tom?
remember.
Say that again. Which one?
The FA Cup game against
19
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
away from home. Billy Gilmore game.
Willian had a shot from outside the box and Adrian just sort of
Oh my
throws it into the
gosh,
bottom left
bro.
corner.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
little
Adrian
shit.
right there.
Remember? Oh yeah. Let's not even.
Yeah. It's not even good.
Oh man.
But apparently he's good for squad morale. He makes barbecues. Douglas Luiz is available on loan in January, is what Tom goes. Listen, for me, I'm not being picky at all. Zubimendi, Chouameni, Stiller, Douglas Luiz, my cousin, my aunt, I don't care. We just need bodies, bro. At this point in time, we have a quantity problem, not just a quality problem. So we need players who can come in, make a difference, play certain games of football, play Carabao Cup, play FA Cup. So I don't want Gravenberg, McAllister, Mo, Van Dijk playing fucking 78 games this season. That's what I do not want, because they're going to be like done by the time next year starts as well. So that's another negative about it. So that's why you need to rotate. As simple as that. Big up to you, Tom.
When Harvey Elliott comes back, do you reckon Szoboszlai might go into one of the pivot positions?
I reckon Szoboszlai is going to go into one of the bench positions. That's what I reckon. Big up to you, Tom. Big up to you, Tony, for the super chats. Big up everyone locked in. Last segment of the stream. I don't want to keep the guys for too long because they have to go in a bit. Big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe. Let's get to 300 likes ASAP. Callum, I'm going to start with you. Two players I want us to speak about in this last segment. First of all, the Egyptian king. Second of all, man like Trent. Trent, if you ever disrespect Mo like that ever again,
Man
take the
said
first flight to
Mamouche,
Liverpool,
you know.
slap the shit at him. That's the Egyptian prince, not the king. There's only one king.
Facts.
Is Mo having his Ballon d'Or season, Callum? And what do you think of the Trent injury?
Mo's on track to having a Ballon d'Or season. I think the issue that always happens with Mo is that from around February time, he starts to tailor off a little bit. And that's because he barely gets any rest. And that's the reason why we were all so excited when we signed Cades, because we thought, okay, a very good player can come in and deputize with Mo and also give him that rest. Mo's not had any rest so far this season, barring a game or two. So I'd like to say yes, but it all depends on what Cades' fitness is saying in the next couple of months. In regards to Trent, I'm glad that we acted quickly and taken him off quickly, and I'm glad he flagged up to the bench so quickly so that there wasn't any lasting damage. It seems as though it's only going to be a week or two that he's going to be out for, which is brilliant. But at the same time,
apparently he'll be back Southampton, by the way.
So here's the thing: I wouldn't risk him for the Southampton game. I'm more looking at longevity for Trent rather than just the short-term success, because it's all well and good. We use Trent in that game. We beat Southampton, then he ends up not being available for the City game. And you go, well, why did we risk him in that game? Not to say that we're just going to walk over Southampton, but you'd assume that we'd be better suited to beat Southampton without Trent than we would be without Trent against Man City. So I'm glad that it's nothing serious, and I hope for a speedy recovery. And I hope he comes back and continues to be as good as he has been defensively this season.
Guys, Mo, Ballon d'Or, Trent.
Definitely. He's
At
in the
least there's no
conversation.
AFCON. AFCON only
He's in the
fucked it up.
conversation.
Thank God.
let's keep it a buck. Mo Salah has reminded everybody that he's the best player in the league, as well as Ballon d'Or conversation. He's just, don't get me wrong, Mo had his moments last year, like Cal was saying, like towards the end of the season where he just started to get tired and he just didn't look himself. We just got to pray that he's able to maintain his level. But I think the hunger is, I reckon the hunger's there even more so than last year, because I think with Klopp leaving, I did feel like Klopp leaving, the energy, I know this might be a bit of a joke here, but the energy of the squad just seemed different. Once that announcement happened, the levels just kind of just curtain, they just kind of just dropped, man. Like this year, you can just tell, like, new impetus, new ideas. This is something fresh. The players know they have one goal. You've got Salah talking about winning the Premier League and the Champions League. And you know what's so mad? It's very rare for even any of our players to speak so openly about our targets. They just say stuff like, great win, you'll never walk alone, yeah? But
Yes, this is true.
Salah's actually saying, we are trying to win the Prem and the Champions League, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this happens. The guy is one of one, man. Like, he's an alien, bro. I think I'm not even a stats guy, but I think what did I see the other day? 17 games. I think he's got 10 goals and 10 assists.
Yeah.
He did it quicker than Messi.
Yeah. What?
He's
earliest player in sports history to get 10 goals, 10 assists in a season.
Flipping heck. I mean,
and Messi, Ronaldo exists, by the way, and he did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And in the
he's
Prem,
on track to match the 2020 that Henry did as well.
I think he's gonna do that. And in the Prem, he's got 8 goals in 11 games, and I think he's got 6 assists in 11 games as well. I think he's only second to Saka in assists.
8 goals, 14 GA in 11 games.
Bro,
and you know what's mad? Messi had like Eto'o and Ronaldinho and Henry
and Suarez
Neymar,
and Neymar,
Villa, and Salah's been getting assists to Nunes
and Diaz. And
Salah should have had how many more assists? Like, I haven't got time to do this now, but Nunes should have had more goals. Salah should have more assists.
You think?
Bro, it's like, I won't even go into it.
Matt, I made a comp last year of Salah's big chances created, and half the replies were, "Why have you made the Nunes fail comp?"
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's horrible to even admit because he's your own player. I think people think when we call things out, like,
I think Nunes has been better this year as well. By the way, I think we tried to drag him away from what he used to be.
No. The thing is, there's no denying he's been better, but you can tell he's not the answer. There's that. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's improved, but you can tell he's not the answer long term. Like, I think as Liverpool fans, if we had, I'm just giving an example. Let's just say we had like an Isak, yeah. You know, with Isak, 8 times out of 10, Isak is bearing his chances. You would actually put up with some of the injuries that he's had, even a bit like Jota, knowing that he's a marksman. Like, Isak is a marksman. At Liverpool, we want a marksman, and unfortunately, we thought he could be at the beginning. We'll give him time and everything. It just hasn't happened. For all I know, he could end up, finishing with 15 goals in the Prem, and that would actually be a good return, considering, the amount of games he will play. Who's to say he doesn't do that? But I just think Salah deserves more, man. Salah's doing everything that he can to make sure that we win the Premier, win the Champions League. Now, to go to Trent, again, I'm glad Trent kind of signaled, that he I think it's more of a strain. It's not a pull, it's just a strain. And if it's a strain, that means that's something that we should be able to manage. And like Cal said, I would rest him for the next game against Southampton.
And it's good we took him off early as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'll play Conor Bradley and then give Trent a bit more rest time, and then let him come back, and then I think we should be all good. But yeah, man, Salah for Ballon d'Or, the next Ballon d'Or has to be, man. He's in that conversation, man. Egyptian
unfortunately, I feel like the Vinny PR now is going to be on some next level shit. That's going to be so difficult.
Yeah.
You want to know how Salah can win it over Vinny? Is if, like, when we play Madrid, we win 4-0 and he scores like 3 goals, gets an assist, and then we win the Champions League and the Premier League and the treble, and we just destroy it. That's the only way he can get it. Even if he's
still probably give it to Vinny.
I mean,
do you know what happened? We'll beat Real Madrid in the final of the Champions League. Salah will score a hat-trick and they'll still give it to Vinny because Vinny say got like 2 assists.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he need to outperform him massively.
I'll be honest.
You guys saw the reaction, right? When Rodri won it from all like the Madrid players and the legends and all this, and But the funniest one was Richarlison withdrawing from Ballon d'Or top 50. You were never gonna make it anyway. Like why? Like
Nah,
guys, I
he was
withdraw
trolling.
from dating Shakira and Beyonce and Rihanna. Guys, I'm announcing it here. I'm never gonna date them, you guys. Like you're never gonna make it anyway. You pigeon celebrating bastard. Go ahead, Tom.
I'll be very honest. I think if Salah puts together a Ballon d'Or type season and we win one of the big two, I think he probably does win it because I think
Only
yes,
if we
but-
win UCL specifically.
I think UCL.
Yeah.
I think he's right.
For Ballon d'Or, you need UCL or a major like international competition. That's simple as.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to who wins UCL. If we make it to the final and stuff, it might be enough. I hope we do. I hope we win both. Like, but I'll be honest, Salah's PR is about the only thing that can compete with Vinny's PR because Salah is global.
Salah has a lot more detractors than Vinny, though. That's the problem.
Does he? I think while Vinny
think
got
it's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
prop
hate
for
and
the Ballon
disrespect.
d'Or, but while Vinny got a lot of prop from the Ballon d'Or, I also think that the way Real Madrid acted and as such the way that's been painted onto Vinny has also now led to him getting a lot of haters and a lot of people who think he's disrespected, Rodri and disrespected the award and this, that, and the other. And it's all a very political thing at the end of the day. I just want what's best for Liverpool, and Mohamed Salah's season has been.
If Liverpool win the Champions
Putting
League, then
Liverpool
there's
in the
a
best
whole
position.
continent of reporters who would vote for him, and there's a whole area of reporters who would vote for him. My area, the Middle East. So you have all of these reporters, captains, journalists who probably vote him number one.
And let's be honest, Argentina ain't voting for Vinny.
Yes, but here's my thing, Tom. That's why I said if we're talking specifically winning the Ballon d'Or, it's not about winning the Prem. It's about winning the champs, bro. If Spain never won the Euros, Rodri doesn't win that Ballon d'Or. He just doesn't. That's just the reality. Like, yes, I know it's unfortunate and it's not. By the way, if England won the Euros and Bellingham scored in the final, maybe they'd give it to Bellingham the Ballon d'Or. It's actually
Where did Bellingham finish in the Ballon d'Or again?
Third.
Where did his PR is through the roof, bro. All the guy has to do is run, slide challenge, and he'll get an 8 from sofa score. Like, it's mad with Bellingham, bro.
I love Bellingham. I actually think he's very
No,
disrespectful.
Bellingham's a good player. I just think
He won La Liga Player of the Year. Like,
No, bro. You
That's
see,
not
last
easy.
season, I'll say this. Last season, he was actually their savior for a lot of goals, He
Yep.
scored crucial goals for them. But I do think there was this misconception that he's like this all-worldly or all-godly midfielder. He's not. He's just a very, very, very good midfielder.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I hear it, but I feel like people go way too much down the other side. They're calling him like McTominay and passion.
Yeah, that's what it's like. No, you're taking it too far, bro.
He's technical. He's a good player. He'd start for all the clubs in the world probably. Like he's just very good. By the way, this is why I agreed earlier on when you guys were talking about Chouameni. People use it as a negative example. I'm like, guys, that team lacks no balance. Like I feel like if you put Messi in that team, he'd look like shit. They're playing Bellingham right wing. They're playing Valverde like right wing back. They have no balance whatsoever.
Yeah,
Like people
it's
say,
awful.
listen, is Zubimendi better than Chouameni? Is he a better option for us? Yes, in my opinion. Zubimendi is a very good midfielder, blah, blah, blah. But would I rather have Chouameni or no one? Like Chouameni is not a player. It's like, oh, I'd take him. Like there's not with all due respect, a Stiller or like an Ederson. This is still one of the best Chouameni. No, but Chouameni is a level above Stiller. Let's be serious. Like he is. So like when it comes to these type of players, you have to like go like, whoa, like of course I take them.
Imagine a Chouameni and Zubimendi pivot. Oh my god.
Well, you don't rate too many like that.
No, who me?
Yeah, no, because I saw you kind of go.
No.
What was
There's still a comment. I
What
thought that was a bit
do you
much.
think? What you?
Isn't Chouameni a level above Stiller? Come on.
He has to be, surely.
No, he is.
But you would just prefer because you.
I just did my
played-
feelings a little bit. I just thought it was a harsh
fair
comparison.
play. I thought it was. Gonna get into it
He's still annoyed by that talent ID comment earlier.
Yeah.
Nah, because you know what it is.
Matt
Yeah,
said it as well. Hey, Copper's partner had nothing to do with me. I'm just,
do you know what? We've both made some. I know I've made some howlers. I've made some,
No, we
and
all
I'm not
do.
afraid to say them either. Do you know what I mean? I've made some howlers. It
Yeah,
happens.
everyone
innit?
makes mistakes.
Can I ask?
I
So, do
mean?
we need one or two midfielders between now and the end of next summer?
We
Now
can
on the end
get
of next
away.
summer,
We
probably
can
two.
get away
You-
with
you-
one.
you-
Get away.
We
with
only
one,
need
but we
one
need
at the
two.
minute, but we need to. In
And it
January,
depends
you
who
only
we
need one. But in the summer, I reckon Endo's going to go, and I think
Tyler.
there's a world where if a real big name becomes available in the midfield, Szoboszlai is sacrificed for it. So I think you're definitely going to need two by the
Be
end of
careful,
next
there's a
summer.
Hungarian in this chat. Big up
What about
Mihaly.
the Czech?
No, but
The Czech-
I'm just saying. I think if it came down to it, if there was a world where Liverpool could get
I've
both,
created peace with Colombia. They've accepted me now. I swear on their last video. I swear to
Bro.
God on their last video. Go read the
I have
comment
beef with
section.
them as
they're
well,
like,
you know. Big up Chris
no, no,
Angel.
listen. I make peace. I
In
swear
fact, Chris
I
Angel might
going
even
to
be
clip.
here. I'm not even sure if he's here. So
I can show you the clip. I swear to God.
big up Chris.
First
man.
of all, there are people in Colombia sending me super chats. There are people calling me the Colombian adopted son. There's people saying I'm gonna have
What did
kids in
you need to
Colombia.
get these? That's a turnaround, bro.
you know,
Yes, I did. I
They
sang
wanted
the
your head on a
machine.
stick a couple weeks
He done
ago.
what I did, didn't it? He done that. He was probably slicking it because all I've ever said about Diaz is he's got the quality. Like I said, his end product though was always a question for me. That's
Nah,
and then
I
I
said a lot
remember.
of other stuff. I can't lie.
Ah,
You said
see,
a
I
lot
didn't
of it.
see.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I
yeah.
said. That's all I said.
You know how I recovered it? Last time Diaz scored against Leverkusen, I sang the Colombian national anthem. So they forgave me now. They forgave me. Everyone in the chat, they know me by name as well. Everyone in the chat, like, Husam this, Husam that, like, yo,
That
listen,
is
we have
so
freestyle.
shameless.
Man,
And the guy
sang
said that
that.
you made steps, but it's not enough yet. I told them, listen, I sang the Colombian national anthem. It's over. We make peace now. He's like, you know what? You're right. So, khalas, we're good now.
yeah, no. As I was saying, I think if there was a world where Zubimendi and Tchouaméni were available at points for Liverpool, I think we would sacrifice Szoboszlai to do it, and then just play McAllister further forwards or Jones further forwards, because that's top targets from years gone by. I think that's a situation where they would go all out, even if
Yeah,
it meant
I-
sacrificing Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
But let's just end on this because I know you guys have to go as well. I'm having the king and the prince on the same team. Marmoush, every day you guys log on to whatever social media app, Marmoush scored another goal. Like right now, he just scored a goal in his backyard.
All I see is him scoring free kicks.
And goals.
But can I ask you a little question about Marmoush though? Is he a centre forward that can play left? Is he that?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the problem. Nunez centre forward, play left. Jota centre forward, play left. Diaz can play left, now centre forward. Gakpo can play centre forward and left or left centre forward. Bro, what is with this lopsided left side? Like, why is everything to the left?
That's why I want Mateus Cunha,
Oh,
guy who can go through the middle.
Bro. It's
Oh,
Cunha, Tom, but you think he's
Thoughts,
the guy
Callum?
to lead us?
thoughts,
it
Callum?
is so well
I think I'll tell you exactly
Cunha.
what I think is going to happen.
So well, yeah?
No. I think what's going to happen this
Callum,
summer is
We promised
go.
you wouldn't speak about him today. You promised me backstage, bro.
I'm not dragging you into this. I'm not dragging you into this, Cal. This is separate from you.
But he's dragged in because he's your partner, so it's over. Like, yeah, there's nothing.
No.
he can do.
This is a Tom
Now
Little
people
special.
are gonna say on YouTube, Callum wants Cunha. That's the next thing. right?
This is a Tom Little special. I'll go on the stand on any show and apologise for Cal's behalf on this, but I will sit there now and I think that Nunez is going to end up staying the next summer because I think that
It depends how he
argument's
plays
gonna-
this year. It really depends.
if he keeps performing at this level, which
Yeah, but
isn't
Tom, there's no
great.
more club loyalty. If he plays like shit for like the next 6 months
no,
in May, you're gonna leave.
No, but it's not Klopp loyalty. It's the football club are looking at it and they're going, 25-year-old Nunez, who was our record transfer and still has 3 years left on his contract. Diogo Jota, injury prone, 28, 2 years left on the contract. He might go the summer after, but Jota's the one that if anyone's going to go in the attack, it'll be him.
I
this
hear what
summer.
you're saying with that. It is a bit.
Therefore,
of a
I
worry.
need a
And the
striker.
longer we wait, the lower his value becomes, though. That's the problem.
But my point is, Jota will be the one that goes this summer, in my opinion. And then you'd need a striker of the ilk of Jota. You need a striker who is comfortable dropping deep, linking up play, because that is
Isak.
Isak's got the same problems as Jota, injury prone.
nowhere near as bad as
Not as
Jota.
bad. Not as bad.
Plus,
Not as bad.
how much are Newcastle going to be asking for Isak?
If we're being realistic, they
Probably
probably
about
would ask for say something
80,
like
90.
80 to 90. I say
I-
90. If
I'm-
he pushes for a
I'm
move,
working-
if he pushes for a move, we can get.
I'm
him maybe
working
for
on the
90.
basis. I'm working on the
Mm.
basis that Wolves are going to get relegated this season. Therefore, fire sale of sorts. 30 million from Mateus Cunha.
But bro, we can't have Cunha and Nunez as our strikers for the what?
You know. This is the
I think we
see.
can.
First of all, big up Tom for the super chat. UM summarizes it. if Tom Little was our sporting director, we'd be mid-table right now. Cunha up top, Mason Mount in the 10, check the whole core in the double
No,
pivot.
but
We'd
you're
been
just
fucking
you're just
screwed.
slagging off Cunha like he isn't a
We'd
good
been
player
done,
with
bro.
Premier League
Cunha's
quality.
good, but is he? No, but is he? There's a difference though between good Premier League player, but is he Liverpool good, Tom? Do you think he's the level? Because you know how we're not happy with Nunes, yeah. And yes, you could arguably say Cunha is a better like overall player than Nunes, but like I wouldn't say Cunha's like clinical though. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, he's not. He's not.
It's so fucking obvious.
He's not a clinical in the way that an Isak is clinical. I agree on that.
Yeah.
But if I was to sign Cunha, I wouldn't be asking him to be clinical. I'd be asking him to be a creator.
What about then? What about Sesko or something?
We have
Benjamin
enough
Sesko.
creators, though.
Benjamin Sesko, RB, Apenda. There's other strikers.
Right, I'll tell you right now. Sesko, Apenda, Isak, Gyökeres. They're the kind of strikers you would look at if you were getting rid of Nunes. Because they are the same type of profile. They're better than him, but they're the same type of profile.
So you wouldn't go and get Gyökeres?
If we've got Nunes, there's no point. I need strikers that can offer something different.
No, Tom, bro. If you get Gyökeres,
Gyökeres offers something different to Nunes because Gyökeres scores goals. You bozo.
But they have the same play style. So they are tall strikers who want to run channels, getting behind.
Look how disappointed he is. Look how he's had enough of your shit. I told you, Callum, you tag teamed the wrong person from 3 weeks ago.
No,
what did he say? Sorry, what did he say? Sorry, I missed that bit. What did he say?
He said Gyökeres doesn't offer something that Nunes doesn't.
No, because I said that the profile of strikers they are the same. They're strikers that
bro,
want to run
but why
channels.
can't we just worry? I get what you're saying about profile, but Gyökeres is just like I would
love for us. I would love for us to sell both of them this summer and buy 2 new better strikers.
So you're basically saying Gyökeres is too similar to. So you want a slightly different profile.
He's too similar to Nunes. I don't want 2 strikers that play the same way because I need to make changes in the game.
Even if I understand what you're saying,
both Nunes and Jota then?
That's what I would do, but I don't think it's going to happen in one summer. I don't think
I was going to say, then you get
rid
of Nunes, get Gyökeres, and then keep Jota, because obviously Gyökeres we kind of know seems like he's quite durable, and like you said, he plays similar to Nunes. So yeah, you would keep Jota there, but you just think the club will let go of Jota.
I don't think the club are going to let both strikers go, and I think that Nunes' contract situation and the fact that he was the record transfer is going to buy him at least 1 more year. Whereas Jota, the fact his contract's up in 2027, I think, or 2026. He's suffering with injuries still, across a number of years now. And the fact he's 28, I think he's the one that's going to go. In that case, I want a striker who can do what he does. By the way, me saying Cunha, it isn't he is the only guy, a kind of striker of that ilk. So, like another guy that I really like, Victor Boniface. That's a guy who can drop in a little bit deeper, link up the play.
I get what you mean. It's a different profile of striker. Yeah.
I need 2 strikers one that could run in behind, run channels, stretch the defence. Another that can be a drop deep, link up, bring the wide forwards into play, allow the fullbacks to go forwards. That's how I think if you had Nunes and Gyökeres as your 2 strikers, yes, you'd be really good at running channels. Yes, you'd be really good at stretching defences. But you'd be losing a lot in terms of linking up.
And Gyökeres can finish. Big difference.
Yeah, I think another. Do you know what it is as well, though?
It's the all round play down.
No, I understand your point, Tom. One thing I will say is this though: if we got Gyökeres, having Nunes would just be like a bonus, so to speak, because it'll be a bit like Man City of Haaland. Because if Gyökeres is banging in that, let's say he's able to bring his form over to the Premier League and he's able to settle straight away, I don't even think we'll be worrying too much about but we've got Nunes who plays the same way. If he's being amazing, I think we only look at that stuff if he's not really transforming that form from maybe Portugal to the Premier League, and we go, well, what option do we have? We've got Darwin who kind of plays the same. So, but I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
I just look at it. Arne Slot is a much more tactical manager in terms of looking at weaknesses of opponents. So he's going to try and set up his team differently. Like, he played Diaz up front because he knew that the Leverkusen centre-backs couldn't deal with a guy who drops deep and then runs him and then spins off them. Therefore, I think he needs strikers that can offer him both rather than having strikers of the same mould, because then he's going to be sort of limited tactically.
Okay, let me just do this super chat so we wrap up the stream. I love the fact Matt at the end is like, I get what you're coming from, which basically means like you're crazy. Copish plus Husam plus Tom, great stream. Tom,
big up
stop
Tom, man.
talking
Come
smack. Ever since you said Jurgen, it's time to go. I can't take you seriously. Ed has been a viewer of this channel for the last 3 years from the beginning of the OGs. So even he's sick and tired of Tom's bullshit, to be honest with you. And I hear it. Even the likes of Toka, who love to hate on Husam, this stream was like, Tom, I can't support you anymore. So yeah, listen, it would have been a great spine. Decore as the DM, 10 Mason Mount, striker, let's go. Matthias Cunha. Big up to you, my guy Eddie. Big up to every single one of you guys watching. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And listen, go subscribe to Matt's channel, is in the description. Go subscribe to Callum as well. Go subscribe to Tom Little. I'm going to be back inshallah tonight at 9 with Flawless, Nobbins, Martin. We're going to be doing the Manager Mayhem video, going to talk about the Emerim era and the Pep era and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, big up to all of you guys. Edwards brought Benfica executives. It's 2.0 reload. What's this supposed to mean?
Oh, I think he brought in, you know that guy, yeah, I know you're talking about. Basically,
is it Marquez?
Yeah,
like
Marquez. I say
or
he's
something.
brought him in, but I don't understand. Exactly, it's 2.0 reloaded.
Marquez isn't working with Liverpool. He's part of that weird thing. that
FSG,
wanna do.
innit? He's working for FSG.
Oh, like this group thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Yalla. See you guys later, man. Peace.
Love.